Good morning. Good morning, or good afternoon, good evening, depending on when you're watching this. We are going to be starting off today in the Trophy Lodge. I think this is a good place to start each hunt. You know, going over a little recap of the last hunts species that were able to make the wall. And I don't know, maybe we'll go over the caliber as well. So starting off, we had the hog deer that we took with our 243 duck hunt. That one was that was pretty cool. And then we swapped over to our Kerman 50 inline. That allowed us to take out the our first saltwater crocodile, coming at 812. Always cool to see a nice big animal on the wall. And I think they're really cool that they fit on the small plaque, which is interesting. And then rounding it out, we have our dark spotted fallow that we took again with the 50 inline. Now these aren't permanent spots, but they're going to serve as kind of our baseline for any of this species. And if we come across anything better rated or possibly a better fur type or something that just looks a little nicer, we can always swap them out as needed or add them to the lodge, because as you can tell, there's plenty of open spots for trophies throughout this entire lodge. I mean, this is one wing of it. So we always have room for more, but I figured it'd be kind of nice just to have baselines, so that way we knew what we were shooting for, and then if we can afford it, maybe different fur types as well. But that kind of summarizes all the animals that made the wall from the last hunt. So I figured today we'll get out, go check the reserve, see what we can get into, and who knows, see what else there is for us to find. Today, I do want to progress the story mission by a billabong, which requires us to travel about 3.4 kilometers to the waypoint that you see right there. I think we're going to be learning a little bit about some Australian historical background, but that's going to be a long distance to travel. We'll take on foot, and I'm sure we will see plenty of animals along the way. Now, speaking of animals that we're going to be seeing, let's talk about the loadout, because it has changed up a little bit since last hunt. Today we got the new weapon, the 22 varmint. So we had to bring that along, test this out. We have our trusty muzzle loader. I've added the 12 gauge gameskeeper to the arsenal because we didn't really have anything that would take on class 1s, and there are some foul on this reserve. And then lastly, to round it out, so we can deal with any kind of aggressive kangaroos or other species that might get up close and personal, we do have the Cuso Ranchero loaded with the 16 gauge slug. So that should help take care of anything that is up close and personal. I believe we have everything but a class 9 covered. But again, I haven't ran across a class 9 yet. So we'll see. The loadout is always up for change as we pick up outposts along the way. So taking a look at the map, we're going to be heading through the Cockatoo Forest to get to our mission objective. But I figure we will stop across this set of double lakes right here. Maybe work our way to this set of double lakes as well. See if we can pick up an outpost. Seems like there would be one about here. And then plan is to get to that waypoint. See what we see along the way. All right, we got a red fox about 300. She's 300 meters out, and I kind of want to see how this does at long range. But we'll try to find a moment where she's slowing down a little bit, lead it just a smidge. Yeah, far one, and light it up. Might have been a little too high. She should go down. Yeah, her health's dropping. 300 out. That's pretty good range on this. This is the 22-250 varmint. So we'll claim that. See exactly where we hit her. Okay, so we are finally able to catch up to the red fox. Let's see. Where do we... Yeah, we missed. Okay, so a little too high, and wow. I think we probably pulled trigger when we were about, I want to say, neck. So we shot that far back, aiming for neck. So we got to lead quite a bit, at least with the least it's a 22, which I guess would make sense. It's a slower moving round. We'll take that into account as we go forward. All right, we were just warning called by a Javan Russo over in this area. 100 meters out, perfect. Man, I have to aim for the back of the neck. This is gonna... Actually, can you Texas heart shot a Javan Russo? Let's find out, shall we? See if we punch through anything. I'm not really sure if this weapon will make that work, but you never know unless you try. So we might have gotten ourselves a nice 100-meter Texas heart shot. A real good morning to you if you're not ready for that one. So let's see if we punched into anything vital. Maybe save the trophy rating. Not entirely sure. Let's find out. Unfortunately, we did not. Let's see. Wow, we did not get that far through, and we're using the polymer tip. So I guess that's not viable. I mean, that was basically right up the butthole. That's a nice one. Close, but no cigar. Well, hello there. Getting pushed down by a kangaroo. So, be a perfect time to go ahead and give our slug a shot. That is a pretty effective way to deal with the kangaroo. Now, aim a little higher, probably the center mass. I'm still getting used to where to hit him. We got another one? That should do it. Make sure we're not getting snuck up on again. And take a look. Yeah, we ended up shooting it a couple more times. Yeah, some of these shots with the shotgun I need to work on. It's probably my least used weapon out of my time on in this game. But yep, always need some work with the shotgun, which is why we have it equipped today. We're going to take that out and keep our self-defense. It's a perfect reason why. Stumbled across a nice little herd of axis deer. I kind of actually want to go for this one because he has a little bit of a higher estimate, and he does not know that we are here right now. So we'll zero in for 75 with the 220 varmint and drop right into that shoulder. And that should bring him down very nicely. I'm liking this rifle. It has it's got a fair amount of stopping power. Shoots pretty straight. I don't know. There's just something about it. It sounds strong. It feels good to use. So we'll claim our access deer because we definitely should have dropped into a lung on that one. Got a decent set of tines on him. So let's see. He does not make gold. Gold is 155. Good to know. Cool little deer nonetheless. Spotted, which is a pretty awesome fur type, if we're going to be honest. We'll go ahead and just pick that up because it is nothing special, and we'll be on our way. All right, as we come up, we got ourselves a nice red deer drinking out there, about 150 out. Let's see what else we got. If there is nothing else, we'll probably just go ahead and take that red deer. We're lined up at a pretty good frontal angle, and he does have a pretty cool rack. That one looks even, which means it might actually, I would be willing to put this one on the wall. 150, let's line up right here. I don't want to go for a middle neck shot, so when he lifts his head, we'll go ahead and take that shot. And as the smoke clears, we see that it was a drop shot. Not bad, not bad. It is interesting. There's only one out here. I figured there would be not necessarily a decent herd, but maybe something else. That was the only one. So we'll get over there and get him claimed. And see if he made gold. They have some of the coolest, I guess, antler sets, in my opinion, in the game so far. And he does make gold at 187. 5 points. Not too bad. He's on the smaller end. Again, we do know that there is a great one of this species, as well as they go up to level 9 for normal. But just based on the evenness of this, I am going to take him because I love the rack. And I think this will look really cool in the lodge as a centerpiece. That's just, yeah, there's so many tines. It just looks beautiful. It's nice and spread. Yeah. Let's see, where did he... Oh. Well, hello. Well, okay, before we shoot, let's take a look at the rest of the lake. Hold on a second. Because you're out there. So you are a class 4. So for this one, actually, let's see what this 22 varmint can do. So we'll scoot into about 150. Actually, honestly, we'll probably just post up right about here, 175-ish, give or take, just because I want to make sure. We can wait for him to lift his head so his shoulders aligned, and drop right into a lung, hopefully. If he starts to go down, yeah, he'll start to go down. Should be good enough. Yeah, there's the outline. Means we have ourselves another fallow, and I'm curious, is he also the white fur type? It looks, those tines look a little, are these paddles or are these tines? I'm not sure, but either way, it looks really cool. I think he might be that whited. I think he might be the white fur type. Let's find out. He is, and gold at 220. Wow. That's a cool looking deer. And I don't actually know if that is better than the one that we put on the wall. So we will actually, let's go ahead and just taxidermize. Let's go ahead and tax this, and yeah, we'll compare that one to the wall. And honestly, this lake proved to be pretty interesting. Wow. Initially, I wasn't going to go for that other lake, but now since we're already out here, and it seems to be pretty close by. Yeah, we'll go check this big lake. This might be an outpost, so if it is, we can get our fast travel point. And if it isn't, it might be a hunting blind, but we might be able to see what, if anything, drinks at this lake. Okay. So it would appear that the fallow are probably the best animals to take over here. The question now becomes, can I get an angle on that one in the back? Oh. Well, now he turns. So this might be a good time. 0 for 150. Just punch right on through, huh? We know that should have done it. I do have faith in a broadside shot. So that should definitely take that fallow down. So either way, we'll pick up our spotted? Dark spotted. And he does not. He actually comes in quite lower than the last one at a 200 trophy rating. Now that estimate did go up to 227, so it was a little bit of a long shot for him to be higher, but yeah, there you go, right there. Double lung heart. That'll drop them instantaneously. Next stop, start making our way over to the mission. I don't know why I marked it. I figured it would mark not the mission, but we already have the mission waypoint. So we'll head that way. Go see what Soph has in store for us, teaching us about the historical and cultural side of Australia and the Emerald Coast here. So I'm looking forward to that mostly because it is you gotta know the grounds and the lands that you're hunting, in my opinion. Oh, right. Well, after the worst shot followed by the longest track that we've had on this hunt, finally getting up to our fallow deer that we botched. And now I'm very, very, very curious Good job, bud. Good job. No. It was a good track. It was a long track. It was a 1.23 kilometer track because we shot him in the dick. Yep, just right in the penis. Yep. So that's good to know. If you get shot in the penis, take about 1.23 kilometers before you go down. Where did that take? Where did this track? I mean, this track took us into a field that has been littered with stubble quail, apparently. Yeah, there was some stubble calling from over in that general direction a little earlier. So I figured let's take a look. Was not recording, but I think we got our first stubble quail. Our second stubble quail. We are actually able to use our weapon. Okay, let's see these because I haven't seen them. Let's see. You are small. Oh, well, you got to shoot him in the air, so it doesn't matter. Lame. He's super cool. And then, of course, we have our other one, which I think was female. Yes, was female. The female score. Okay. So 238 is diamond. 154 was silver, so she just makes it at 156. Yeah, really cool. Really cool little animal. We're not going to tax it. We'll just pick it up. Take it with us on our way. If we find something better, we can. But it is good to at least have been able to shoot one. Because, again, I hadn't seen one this whole time. They've just been running around, missing them. Obviously, they fly around, and they are... Now after they are tiny, so I'm gonna really have to kind of keep the eyes peeled. But I am glad we got to use the 12 gauge.
Nice. Of course, that's not the one.
Okay, so it turns the billabong is this waterway, which Soph is telling us it's a good idea to walk it, and it's probably not a bad idea, as we are seeing more and more animals. Yeah, it's a weird story. Sheep stealer, and the cops come, doesn't want to be stealing sheep, jumps in the billabong and dies. Comes back as a ghost and haunts everybody. Some interesting folklore we got there. Not gonna lie. All right, let's complete this mission.
Lucky you went there. God knows how long that rubbish would have stayed there. Would it be okay for you to collect it all?
Absolutely, absolutely. We'll pick up some trash up here. Yeah. Vapes, disposable. You know, we should deal with those people. You know, ow!
You know what, mate? We're bloody grateful for... What? You got bitten? By a spider? Oh, mate. All right, don't panic. What did the spider look like? Was it a big black spider or a redback spider? In any case, we need to see a doctor, just to be on the safe side. Sit down and don't move. I'm coming to get you.
That is the most Australian shit ever.
So how are you feeling? Can you describe your symptoms? Mostly nausea and dizziness. No sweating, swelling, or burning sensation then?
Oh?
Yeah, it's maybe one of the milder spider bites. Let us know right away if anything changes, okay?
We're just okay with this?
Keep calm. We'll keep in touch the whole time.
Should have picked up this trash. There was no spider in this trash. I'm just not feeling so great.